The astrology of June is calm before storm. So it's definitely um, lovely. Um, the beginning of June is lovely. And I think a great time to celebrate with friends and family. Um, but as we head towards the end of the month and the beginning of July, Mars will meet with Uranus, and this is um, an explosive combination that we have not seen in the sign of Gemini in over 80 years. So it is something to be look up um, to be mindful about. And just in general, I feel like this card, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, is the very much the definition of the or defines um this month as um we are heading towards as we are living in this whole new world, a whole new reality, well, so-called reality anyway, and everything seems to be new, and it's basically we're already on our way. There's no turning back. Uh, Whatever vehicle we're using, car, planes, or airplanes, um, um, we have already bought our ticket. We're already on our way. Um, we've taken off, but we're still kind of looking back and wondering, like, what was that? So yeah, so here we go. So definitely June, the beginning of June is the perfect time to rest, um, and uh, enjoy um, about friends and family, small things, small things that are can bring. Often we ignore the small things that can bring us so much joy in our lives. So that's what I would concentrate on because things are going to get a little bit intense towards the end of the month and the beginning of July, especially. So let's start going through each sign. So Aries, I definitely feel that there is um, you you have this lovely um, the area, the house of your home and family is just lovely. You have uh, Venus is the most of the month. Also, Jupiter. You have Jupiter in your um, house of home for the entire, almost the entire month of June. So enjoy. Jupiter will not return here for another 12 years. So this is definitely take advantage of this. And really, whatever stresses you might have in this, otherwise, regarding your identity and your role in the world, um, definitely concentrate on your home. Whatever joys it can joy and comfort your home and friends and family can bring you now. Um, this is also an excellent month to ask for um, advice from an expert. Some sort of this could be a doctor. This could be some sort of person who is an expert in their field. So a great month for that because um, especially something to do with your home and home related issues, family related to your family, home, um, even extended family. This is a great time to ask for help. Also, possibly, and if you have any kind of chronic illnesses that have bothered you for years, this is a great month to ask for advice. You will find this advice this month. Okay, Taurus. So definitely a great um a great month for Taurus on many levels. Um, well, you have Mars in your first house for the most of the month of June, so that's a little bit stressful. You might be a little bit busy, but not, it's more like irritated busy. Like you want to get things done, but you can't. Mars does not like to be in Taurus, so Mars can cause some irritation there. But don't let it bother you because um, I think that once Mars moves into your second house of money, um, it can bring some, well, it's a toss up there. When Mars meets Uranus in your money house, um, I feel like some part of your things to do with your self-earned money and or your self-worth, something is ending there. But then you also get the new moon, Gemini new moon there in your money house. So something else, some other new project that brings you money is beginning. And the card for that is the a four of Pentacles, which is a very that's a definitely a very wealth oriented card. So I feel like whatever surprise possible expenses you might have, you're also sort of starting a whole new project regarding money, and it looks really good. It may not show up right away. It may take some time, but this is like um the Four of Pentacles is like, I feel like it's more like substantial money, substantial long-term wealth. So, um, and it's so interesting that you're um, letting letting go card is surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. So this has to do with your self-worth. So definitely, even if some other source of money ends, or there's some surprise thing happening there, something else begins. So it definitely um, there's absolutely there's lots of hope here. Even if there has been some sort of unpleasant surprise, then there's also long-term wealth building looks really good. Gemini, um, possibly something, possibly the changes that Uranus has brought to your first house, your house of identity, have not been um, all pleasant, because you are being asked to let go, surrendering your ego. Well, we can't surrender our ego completely. Obviously, this card is talking about, you know, you know, a big ego, too much ego. Um, so I think that it's just kind of mentioning that the cards are pointing out that you're just going to have to let go. You don't have a lot of control over what's happening at the moment, because that Mars is heading towards Uranus in your first house. So whatever changes it's going to bring to you that have to do with your identity, your body, you're just going to have to go with it. Just try to go with it because you don't have much control over it in any case. And don't worry about how it looks at the moment. Um, the advice card is the Ace of Wands. So this is just the beginning. It's a very creative place, and these certain things have to go so the new things can get started. It's your birthday month, and you're getting the new moon. So sure, some things are ending, but it's a powerful place with Uranus there in your sign and the new moon. So something else is beginning as well. And you still have Jupiter in your money house for another month. Um, and Jupiter will not return for another 12 years. So do take advantage of whatever um, situation you have going in regarding money. Do take advantage of that. Um, and then Jupiter moves to your third house in July, and brings you I think much needed, like it's a boost of self-confidence, I would say. That um I think it and it works really well, and it's in a Jupiter is in a harmonious aspect with Uranus here, so that's a nice aspect. Okay, so Cancer, okay, so Uranus might have brought you some um, subconscious fears about um, scarcity or other. This is not necessarily even material scarcity. This is some sort of general scarcity about anything. So, even about relationships, possibly. So, um, I think Uranus is just kind of, I feel like there's a shook up in your self-confidence, kind of, or it's like just in the background, in the back of your mind, you're a little bit uncertain about things because it's such a new development. But you'll get used to this idea of Uranus in your house of subconscious. Um, you'll get used to it, and it's gonna be a good thing in the long run. And the advice is to show your gentle. The Queen of Cups is this card is, and I feel like just show your gentle Cancer side. Don't try to hide. Don't hide um into your shell that you normally do. This is, you know, I think that you can be strong by showing your vulnerability. Try that. Try being vulnerable, and you'll notice that you're actually much stronger that way. Okay, that's my um, strong advice for this month. Show your vulnerability, show your gentle Cancer side, and you will actually feel stronger than you would um, by hiding. Okay. Okay. So Leo, I feel like this is you're still dealing with the Pluto in with the Pluto transit in your seventh house. Well, I mean, you will be for a long time, but Pluto is, but it looks like you're still trying to change other people. And that's why the card is saying surrender the idea you can fix someone. Mm, you cannot fix Pluto. Let's put it that way. Whoever represents Pluto here, a relationship, a customer, generally speaking, other people. People don't change. So don't try to change people. Um, that's the advice. And looks like well, that's the letting go advice. And I'm just looking forward for you when Jupiter moves into your house of identity next month, at the end of this month, actually, at the end of June. And up until then, watch your imagination going too wild. You kind of, I feel like you're maybe, um, I mean, things are happening and you are busy, but not as busy as you're going to be next month. I mean, next month is going to be um, quite crazy. You're going to get very busy next month. I think mostly in a good way, although Jupiter is going to meet with Pluto, opposite Pluto, but Pluto is retrograding. So yeah, there's a lot here. And then when the South Node joins um, Jupiter there in your first house, well, to put it simply, you'll gain some, you'll lose some, but you'll gain some in a very powerful way. Um, I think that your life is going to simplify in a very, ultimately in a very pleasant way, in a very meaningful way. Okay. Okay, Virgo. So it is probably difficult for you to trust your intuition at this point, because it's been a lot. Okay, but that South Node, the nodes are about to, the South Node and North Node are about to move out of your first house of identity, house uh, of relationships. They're about to move out of those houses and move on. And um, so it's almost over. I feel like I keep saying that every month, but it is almost over. So, but there's a twist to this because yes, things are gonna get a little bit explosive towards the end of the month as Mars heads towards your 10th house and meets with Uranus. Um, Now, initially, I think this, I think most Virgos experienced this Uranus transit, and I think there were pleasant surprises. There must have been pleasant surprises. Some of may be not so pleasant, but most of you, um, so it's going to be a mixed bag, most likely. One way or another, these changes are coming, and you cannot put them off anymore. And in one way, you're kind of looking forward to it. So whatever you're feeling, yes, that is what is going to happen. Um, and you're almost done with it. Um, Seven of Swords. Um, there's no more. There's like a one thing more to happen. That fox is holding on to that one sword there. Yeah, that Mars has to meet with Uranus, and then you finally know what's up. Um, and then the nodes are going to move on. So it will calm down, but first you have to see this through. So rest now, um, the beginning of June, and towards the end of June, the beginning of July. Um, yeah, things are going to get a little bit intense in your career house or your house, your role in the world, um, your visibility. Something about here could be something to do with career or moving. So then, Libra, uh, you're being asked to surrender your stubbornness. Uh, I think I think you might be just maybe you're having a hard time with this Uranus in your ninth house because it's bringing you so many new ideas and now Uranus ninth house transit is excellent. It's going to inspire you, but it's probably not uh, as uh, comfortable at first as you would like, because it's going to rattle um, your it's a house of life as philosophy, so it's going to rattle your way of thinking. But it eventually it's going to expand your thinking, expand your the way you see the world. So it's really advisable to just open up your mind um, and allow these new possibilities to come in and shape you, because it will absolutely pay off. And especially you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Um, that's, I mean, whatever Uranus is opening up, the road that Uranus is opening up here will eventually pay off. I feel like big time. It's going to take some time, but I feel like it's going to be very inspiring. This is it's such a great transit that Uranus ninth house. So um, I'm excited for you. Thank you. And then Scorpio. Um, so so interesting that you're getting this surrender to silence card because you have Mars in your seventh house of relationships. And that Mars is heading towards Uranus um, in your eighth house, where they will meet on July 4th. So, whatever you might have some um, relationship problems, or possibly your partner might have some problems, but you should not get involved. Um, Try not to get involved in any kind of gossip or listen to gossip, and certainly um, spread any gossip. This asking you, the card's asking you to surrender to silence. Yeah, I would definitely take that seriously. It's not a time to talk about your plans to almost anyone, and also just don't get into it with your partner or clients or any kind of just other people in general. It's not the best time for it. Just don't go there. Keep to yourself. And this Ace of Cups is, I feel like it's referring to your ninth house of spirituality. Um, just because you still have Jupiter there for another month. So enjoy, because Jupiter will not return here to this house for another 12 years. So enjoy that and take advantage of the inspiration that Jupiter can bring, and the people and the teachings and teachers that you meet during this time. It's excellent. June is just an excellent time for that. Any kind of traveling, exploring, um, philosophies, spirituality. Um, excellent time for that. Just concentrate on spiritual and not worldly things. Don't get involved and don't keep your own counsel this month and next month, frankly. Okay, Sagittarius. Right. So you are being asked to surrender your fear of change. So this change keeps coming because Uranus is in your seventh house of relationships, other people, and Mars is heading there. So whatever changes have happened with relationships, Mars is about to come and sort of underline those changes. So probably some sort of separation or breakup. Um, so Mars is now going to come and finalize that. Or let's say if there was any hesitation, Mars is going to come and finalize that separation. But then you simultaneously have the new moon in in um in your seventh house. So something ends, a relationship ends, and a new begins. And this might be um an intimate relationship, but it also could be clients, it could be um just other people in general. And um the advice card is Six of Swords. So you're going to the right direction. You just need to believe it, even though this is a little bit uncomfortable right now with all these changes. Um, but we don't know all the reasons yet. But eventually, um, it will turn out. You're going to the right direction. It will turn out good. Okay, Capricorn. Um, there's such a strong um, there's such a strong pregnancy vibe here, which is lovely. Um, so this is who anybody there's a Capricorn rising out there who's wanting to get pregnant. This is it. Um, this is it because you still have Jupiter in your um, house of relationships. This is also a great time to meet someone. This is a great time to get pregnant because Jupiter is not here uh, for another. Jupiter is in your seventh house until the end of June and will not return for 12 years. So this is it. This is a great time to meet someone, to get pregnant, and then if pregnancy is not something that has to do with your life, then this is about a creative project. This is a great time to meet people who you can work with, meet the right kind of clients, um, who would be interested in your work, who would support you. Great time for any kind of creative endeavors. Okay, Aquarius. So definitely your card is to surrender to your full power, and you get the Magician card. So yeah, so Jupiter is heading to your seventh house of relationships for a year. So at the end of June, Jupiter is gonna arrive in your house of relationships. So it's a great time to meet someone. If that's something that you're looking forward to, it's also a great time to repair relationships. Um, um, and Obviously, there's going to be some possible power struggles also because you have that Jupiter is going to meet with opposite with Pluto right away or very soon after. Um, so it's not easy, but it's definitely um, a situation where you're going to be maybe losing a relationship because that South Node is coming there, but maybe losing a relationship but starting a new one. And there's power struggles, and I mean it's quite traumatic. but yet it's somehow very it, but it is also quite fortunate. There's something very powerful going on here. The magician card is very powerful. It's like this is about you finding your own power. Um, it's like power to the people or power from the people. Are you giving away your power or are you taking it back? Is the big question. Okay, Pisces. Um, so surrender to the magic of who you are. And the advice card is Seven of Pentacles. So there might have been something on some kind of uncomfortable surprise event happening has possibly happened recently in your home area of home. Um, and there's something here where it's not even done yet. Mars is heading towards your house of home, but on the other hand, your house of creativity, the fifth house, is just so lovely all month, and you have Jupiter here for another until the end of June, and will not return for another 12 years. So do take advantage of those moments with friends and loved ones and family, and great time to um, finish up all those creative projects that will give you strength dealing with this change in your home environment or something to do with your home or surrounding environment that Uranus brought. And we don't quite know yet the reasons for these changes, but the Seven of Pentacles, it's just going to take some time to recover from those. You certainly have lots of support around you. Okay, so thank you if you got this far, and I'll do interactive Zoom readings. That is a unique mix of astrology and tarot. I do readings, um, customized readings from 15, 20 minutes to up to 90 minutes. So check out my website, lunardakini.com, and I do card readings, and I do astrology readings, natal readings as well. So subscribe, forward, and comment. Thank you so much.